A famous explorer once said that the extraordinary is in what we do, not who we are.
We all have our favorites. The ones that inspire us, the ones that enlighten us, the ones we bond with, and the ones that are plain awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever episode of Top 5, where today, I'll be ranking my favorite video game characters of all time. Now remember, this is a strictly personal list and that my opinions are just as good or bad as other people's. So, without further ado, let's get into number 5.
A city on the verge of greatness. A new type of city, based not on the man, but on the automobile. The car. A symbol of freedom and vitality.
Let's start up with a controversy, shall we? Amongst all the characters Rockstar's given life to in the past, such as the cowboy John Marston, the gangsters Nico and Trevor, and Mr. Payne from the Max Payne series, no one reached out to me as much as the boring, slow-working detective Cole Phelps from LA Noire. His story might not have been as intriguing as those from titles the likes of GTA or Red Dead Redemption, and his character is definitely not as badass as these games' main protagonists, but he drew me into what he had in a more convincing manner and kept me intrigued till the very end of the game. I guess this might just come of how down to earth his character seems in comparison to these other gun-wielding nutjobs, and from the dazzling performance of the voice actor, or should I say actor, who gave him his charm and soul. Yes, the in-game character was actually played by the actor Aaron Staton, who at the time was surrounded by 32 cameras capturing and rendering out his every move on screen. This gives Cole Phelps a genuinity you rarely see in fictional characters, and built my connection to him like it would a real human being. It's hard to explain why Mr. Phelps piqued my interest so much, but I guess if you just play the game, you'll find out for yourself.
Edgar Kalu, you're under arrest for the murder of Everett Gage.
Any last requests? How about a joke?
A good story is never complete without a good villain. That's how the saying goes, and in the case of the Joker from the Arkham games, it's as spot on as it gets. This crazy wacko is here for one reason, and one reason only: to haunt you with a laugh.
Hello, Batman. I know you can hear me. I've not caught you at a bad time, have I? I was worried you may have forgotten about little old me.
Using crazy methods to spread fear and amusement, the Joker is prone to take lives at any given time, and is no stranger to the means of gases, bombs, and not to mention henchmen, of whom he has loads. He might not be all that great in hand-to-hand combat, but as sly and cunning as he is, giving our favorite bad headaches is a relatively easy task. And did I mention he's voiced by Mark Hamilton? Cause that is definitely something worth mentioning. I recommend a thorough psychiatric evaluation of him though, as playing a psychopath like this is alarming if done that well.
It was all a lie. There's nothing wrong with you.
Nice of you to say, but you of all people should know there's plenty wrong with me.
Hello. Hey!
Beautiful women are appreciated, but female characters with actual guts is a sore sight to behold in the gaming industry. There simply aren't that many of them, but now and then they appear and light something up, deep inside of us. One of these rarities, and probably the best amongst them, is the female side character from Bioshock Infinite, Elizabeth. She's a daughter of the world-renowned prophet, Comstock, and lived most of her life locked up in a gigantic statue facing the flying city of Columbia. That is, until you get her out and promise to take her away to the city of Paris, which she wants to see above all else. Throughout the story, Elizabeth will be aiding you in solving the mysteries of both your own and her past, touching on everything from the battle at Wounded Knee to her missing little finger. Initially, it all ends up in one of the best video game endings of all time, leaving you thinking and resolving around the truths exposed for hours. Saying anything more than that though is saying a bit too much. So let's just say that Elizabeth is amazingly written, well represented, and pretty much just a great example of storytelling done right. She grips the viewer with her personality, drags you in emotionally to what happens in her life, and, well, resupplies it with ammo when you need it facing those stupid handymen. I mean, thank God for that.
So the moment of truth between us. New York or Paris? No!
Shit. Come on, we gotta find a way to make this thing go faster.
just a bad dream, Sweet Pea. What was it about? Duck?
He's bit.
We don't know how this works yet. Maybe it's like a cold.
Alright, I'll have to be honest here, this character was pretty much tied for #1 in my opinion. The story he presents is the most gripping I've ever played through, and his character is probably one you will never quite forget. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Lee Everett from The Walking Dead. Now, I know what you might be saying, Clementine is better than Lee, she was more important, yada yada yada. You know what? No, Lee is way more interested in Clementine as I see it, and since my personal list, you can't really say anything against it. Make your own list in that case. Lee had a character, a relatable past, and a way to brew emotions you didn't even know you had in you. Him taking Clementine under his wing, assembling survivors in the zombie apocalypse, and of course, ultimately sacrificing himself to save the one most dear to him, all adds up to this most compassionable character story ever written. Telltale's way of presenting his feelings and thoughts at any given time, the amazing voice acting by Dave Fennoy, and the interactions with others in this world was what really made this character shine through. You know, I'm just listing stuff at this point, but all I have to say about Lee is how amazing he is, and that you should play The Walking Dead no matter what. Sorry for the spoilers, by the way. Couldn't contain myself.
What the?
Can't wait for you to get to Savannah, Clementine. I got your parents right here. And you be sure to find me whether Lee wants you to or not. Now, what I need...
Holy shit.
Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
Do you know the definition of insanity? I think I do. Voss, from Far Cry 3. Initially not meant to even appear in the game, this sadistic psychopath has opened my eyes to the possibilities of storytelling in video games. Introduced at the very beginning and kept fresh till the very end, Voss' story is truly one to behold, or let me rephrase that. His story is alrightish, but the real gem here is the acting and presentation of our beachside madman. Taking your character Jason Brody and his closest friends hostage at the very beginning of your adventure, he will show you from the get-go what he's capable of. Killing your brother and letting you run for your life, Voss will constantly play a game of cat and mouse with you and your friends. A game where he always ends up as the predator, even when you are hunting him. In a variety of surprising scenarios, Voss will deliver some of the most well-written dialogue I've ever witnessed, and will at times, maybe surprisingly, show an insight to our deeper feelings as human beings. As the plain badass he is, and through the amazing presentation from Ubisoft, Voss takes my #1 spot for best character ever put in video games, and rightfully so.
Hey Jason, you miss me?
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude the first episode of Top 5. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to go down and hit that like button, see if we can get to like 10 likes or something. I'll be super happy if we manage to reach that. This video took very long to put together, and I didn't have any sponsors or anything, so I didn't get any money out of it. But I hope, you know, that the final product was enjoyable in your opinion. I think it would turn out pretty damn good, and I hope, you know, that you guys all agree as well. Anyways, that's gonna be it for me today. I need to go revise some geography, some maths, because everything is just piling up at this point, and I need to finish it. So I hope you all have a great Wednesday onwards, or Thursday, or whenever this is recorded, and I'll see you all later.